Hello everyone, this is Upper9070 here, and I'm gonna start off with another vlog, I guess, because really I haven't done one in a while. Um, I think I haven't done one like in about 2 weeks now, which is kind of crazy. I don't know, the reason why I'm not really doing these vlogs as much is because really, I recently I don't really have much to talk about other than like games and stuff. Or like in games, like in the Let's Plays, to talk about some stuff like in the game and not related to the game. So I really like with these vlogs now of what's going on right now. I don't really have much to talk about, but now I do have something to talk about, and that is a little serious thing. Is that it's something happened on Thursday. I plan to making the next vlog on Friday, but I had to do some things outside of my house pretty early. Well, let me talk about the story first. Then I'll talk about about what I did on Friday. So on Thursday, I went outside with Exolot the Gamer a little bit to do some things. Well, mostly what wanted. He wanted to go outside to do something with me and just hang out. We went into mm, a forest to do some things, just to try to explore and stuff. Where we went is like we went through we went through near a railroad track, a lonely railroad track that doesn't have much activity in terms of trains going through. But in one spot we went down to a little bit of a hill down, and yeah, I'm gonna explain this a little bit. Don't you worry. Um, we went there were these two logs in horizontally laying like in between in the middle of it, like below the logs, there was this little river. It's not really deep. It's like as deep as that. It's as deep as your foot. You can put your foot in, and it would the river would, in its deepest part, would get through your whole foot. So it isn't really that deep. But where we went, there were quite a bit of rocks and some other stuff. It was kind of a dirty river, but it's really small. Like, it's not exactly like a big river. So what happened is that Axel the Gamer went to this to my right. He went into this higher up log, a fallen tree, and I went to my left, the other log. We wanted to sit down and have a little conversation while we sit down. Why we went on these logs in the first place? Don't ask. Well, let's just say we don't really have much to do outside. Okay, what happened? I went I'm gonna go for a step of what happened. On the log, I was walking and balancing just fine, but then suddenly, when I went to the middle, I tried to sit down, and what happened is that for a few moments I kind of lost balance. I fell backwards on my back. The drop was about up to 4 meters, which is about the height of two tall basketball players. Let's just say it like that. I fell backwards and I hit in the middle of the river, and there were rocks sticking out. Actually, on the river. When I fell down, I had a big smash for my entire back, mostly for my lower back, a little bit on my head, and for some of my legs, and mostly for my right wrist. I hit quite a bit. For a few seconds, after about 5 seconds or 10, I tried to stand up, and when I tried to stand up, I was screaming in pain a little bit. Okay, quite a bit. For a few seconds, I couldn't breathe. And from the fall, I had a big shock, and the injuries of what happened is that, okay, let me just get this out of the way. There were no serious injuries from the fall. No bones were broken, but there were a few scratches. Well, bruises and a major injured spot. Well, maybe it's not exactly that major, but it's major that that hurts. Um, but luckily, of course, I didn't break any bones, so thank goodness I got very lucky on that. Um, my let me just get the hands out of the way. I got a few bruises, like 3 bruises. This is the more major one. It was bleeding a little bit. By the way, I actually wore like long sleeves when I went because the day wasn't exactly warm. It was like average temperature. It's like the temperature when it's like spring and something. So, yeah, like right here, I had a major bruise, and I had some like um I'm not exactly sure what to. I can't really find the word of what it is. It's like similar to like getting. It's like your skin gets blue, and when you touch it, you feel pain, and also there's a slight bump on it. I have another few bruises over here, like here and over here, but they're not exactly like painful and stuff. So yeah, This was just one of the more serious injuries, I guess. Um, the other injury is that I had a sore wrist. It was quite painful. Like, it wasn't painful on the first day, but on Friday it hurt quite a bit, and really I couldn't move. And what happened is that I needed to like wrap it with some bandages around the wrist, so I wouldn't wound as much, and it wouldn't like hurt as much when I did. But the one major injury that I had is that on my lower back, at my lower left corner of my back, I I'm not sure what I broke or what I injured. I think it's either like some of the muscles got loose or something, like ripped a little bit, or I got a slight crack on a bone of something. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't like went to a hospital and check what exactly the injury is, but it's pretty bad. As you notice, like on my chair, I have a pillow over here just to support my lower back, so that my back wouldn't hurt as much. But yeah, and also like on Friday, I also had my back, my back side of my neck hurt a little bit, and yeah, what other injury did I felt? I have a slight pain, like where my legs are, a little bit of a bump over here, but it's not that bad. So yeah, what XLR the gamer did is that actually like and checked and tried to help me out and at the first few minutes he told me not to move as much, but and also by the way, like when I went to the river, I was shaking quite a bit. I mean, yeah, at the river I got wet, but at that moment it was so minor. It's just a minor thing that I should be worried, or I wasn't really worried about, getting wet, because that's just a minor thing to be thinking about. I mean, when I think about it right now, when you get wet or something like on your clothes or on your body, it just, you had to do something, just rub off the water and do something to dry it off. But like when you get an injury related to like, and when you fall or related to anything with water, I mean, when you give quite a bit, it's not really that much of a problem. It's just a minor thing to be thinking about when you have an injury. An injury is a more major thing. So yeah, that's what happened. I didn't really bother of me getting away. So yeah, I thought the game would help me out a little bit. Just checked if I have any broken bones. Check what kind of injuries do I have, like for my sleeves, or where what injuries I have for my entire arm, where it hurts. I said on my lower left corner of my back, yeah, and after that, we decided to like, okay, let me just say something else. I could walk just normally. At the first minutes, I was trying to be careful, I was being careful not to, you know, mm, get any more pain. Like on for the rest of my body, I was checking to see if I have any serious injury, making sure I don't really make a mistake and I would get a more serious injury than what I had previously. So yeah. But luckily, I could walk. I could climb up a little bit with my legs. So yeah, that's good. I don't really have much injuries for my legs, so that's not that's pretty good. Yeah, we just climbed up back up to where the railroad track is. We went back to where our homes were, and yeah, we just I thought the game would led me to my home. When I got back home, when I rested a little bit after like an hour, I went back to my computer on Skype and we wrote each other seeing how I'm doing, and I was doing just fine. No real major injuries. There weren't really any major injuries, and also I felt for the rest of for my body, I felt okay. I was feeling okay, nothing too serious. So yeah, I was glad about that, and he was glad about it too. So yeah, it was quite an experience. When I fell, it's like the feeling of you falling is what I like for me when the feeling of falling is what I thought and of what would happen, of what would feel, and also from my dreams, what would it be like? Because in my dreams, when I was sleeping, I sometimes actually would fall, like in nightmares, something like that. I rarely get nightmares, to tell you the truth, but most of my nightmares, the only nightmare related thing I can remember is me actually falling, usually from a high place, like from a building, falling, not feeling any emotion, not really moving as much, and just falling, and then what would happen is that I would instantly wake up, and my heart would be beating. So yeah, and what happened right there, it was it was quite similar to what I was seeing and feeling in my dream is like the falling, and uh, it was it was quite something, really. So far I'm doing pretty good. I don't really have any more pains, except for my lower corner back. I don't really have any more pains. I mean, yeah, I still have the bruise marks over here. My wrist hurts sometimes, but I can handle the pain. It's just a very little pain in there. But the only major problem is that my lower back, my lower left corner of the back. The only it happens when I move a little bit, like when I like stretching the muscles or the bone or something like that to do something. And also another problem, the only major thing that occurs the pain is when I'm actually laying down on my bed when I was trying to go to sleep. When I first start to lay down on my bed, I was trying to be careful not to get any pain, and I was trying mostly to sleep like for the head. I was trying to sleep like on my left side of the face instead of the right, because when I sleep on the right, even the slightest move, it hurts quite a bit. It hurts a lot, and I think I need to restart a little bit because it's going a little bit into 15 minutes. So give me a moment. Okay, I'm just gonna continue right here. Where was I? Yeah, like when I was laying down on my bed, like when I even the slightest move, would the my back would hurt, and the feeling of the pain is, I'll try to express it as much as I can. It's like at first it feels like your muscles get stretched and you feel quite a bit of pain, and then after a few moments, the pain would be like fizzling. It's like the pain, like that part would be fizzling, and it would be pain, and sometimes it feels like that part is actually heating up. It's quite not pleasant. And really, yeah, I try to avoid the pain as much as I can, just making very, very tiny moves of where my back is. When I try to wake up, actually, the pain is a lot more painful than when I'm trying to go fall asleep. When I wake up, the pain is even more painful. It's like, yeah, no matter what I do, even the slightest, like when I lay down, even the slightest move would give me massive pain. It's really annoying. It really ticks me off of how it keeps giving me the pains. Just ugh. It's just it really bothers me of how that is. But when I like stand up, I do some exercising for my back, like with this. When I try to move my back, just some exercises to, make just to prepare like the body or something like that. Just to get some movement. And when I do that, the pain isn't that bad. I mean, I still feel some pain when I move around, but it's not that bad if I don't do a mistake in my movement. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. What else I want to say about that whole experience? Really, I'm okay. I don't really have major injuries, like I said before, and just, I guess that's it. I'm now waiting to. It's only like the only question I have on my head is like when the injury is gonna go away. Just I'm wondering, maybe it'll like take about a week. Maybe like on Thursday, maybe it'll go away. If not, then I'll give it a weekend and see how it will turn out. If I still have pain, maybe I'll go to a hospital and check what the problem is, and try to figure out how to repair that problem. So I guess that's it. That's all I have to say about for this vlog, because I'm now going over 15 minutes, going near 20. So I guess that's it. I don't really feel like I talked as much. I only talked about of that event, but yeah. For my next Let's Play, can't say as much, because really I haven't come up with a Let's Play. I'm not really ready. I don't think I'm really ready to make a Let's Play. I'm not exactly in a good mood. I'm trying to right now I'm just trying to make some space for my hard drive, making some room for my memory, of course. Try to delete the raw footage of the American McGee's Alice that I recorded, because it's taking up quite a bit of room. Try to make some other spaces of things that I don't need on my computer, and just think of the Let's Play then. Of course, I already said in the video sometime in June is that yeah, my mom is gonna be taking a vacation from work, and I'm not gonna be able to make recordings without major interruptions. So yeah, don't expect any daily updates on my channel during July, but August do expect more frequent uploading. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later.